What's up, everybody? We're in day 17 today of talking about discipleship, walking with Jesus. And today I'm going to have you guys read in Luke chapter 9, verse 57 through chapter 10, verse 24. See, what's interesting is this first chunk, and I'm going to read it real quick, starting at verse 57. As they were going along the road, this is Jesus and his disciples, somebody said to him, "I will follow you wherever you go." And Jesus said to him, "Foxes have holes, and the birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head." To another he said, "Follow me." But he said, "Lord, let me first go and bury my father." And Jesus said to him, "Leave the dead to bury their own dead. But as for you, go and proclaim the kingdom of God." Yet another he said, "I will follow you, Lord, but first let me say farewell to those who are at home." And Jesus said to him, "No one who puts his hand to the plow and looks back is fit for the kingdom of God." Three people, three excuses, right? One says, "I'm going to follow you, Jesus." But Jesus knows his heart. He knows that this guy isn't ready to go wherever without having the reality of a real home and of that consistency and of something real. And I'll tell you what, as a church planner, that's something that's going through my mind all the time. I want that consistency. I want that security. Then this other guy comes up, and Jesus says to him, "Follow me." But the guy needs to go and bury his father first. Jesus' response is simply, "Let the dead bury their own dead." But, and he says, "But, go and proclaim the kingdom of God." He knows this guy isn't ready to follow, but he can still go and tell people about the kingdom. And then another one comes up and says, "Let me just first say goodbye to everybody, and then I'll come." His commitment isn't really there. He's not ready to drop everything. It really begs the question for us today about what things in our life tend to get in the way of us following Jesus. Sometimes it's peer pressure. Sometimes it's, well, we wonder what people will think about us. Sometimes it's the fact that we think we won't make a difference. Sometimes it's our own doubt, our own fear that gets in the way. Look for a minute at those excuses again, and specifically the different reasons people gave. Do any of those relate to you in your own life? Because here's my reality. Here's the reality of the world, the context I'm in. You know, Jesus is getting ready to send out 72 people, and that's what's in the rest of what you'll read for today. And he sends them out with little to nothing. He sends them out to proclaim the kingdom, to have power over demons, and then we hear them report back, and they say that I'm jumping up to verse 17. The 72 return with joy, saying, "Lord, even the demons are subject to us in your name." He said, and Jesus says, "I saw Satan fall like lightning." I mean, here's the thing: are we ready to be sent out as missionaries into the world we're living in right now? Missionaries to our neighbors, missionaries to our friends, missionaries to our co-workers, missionaries to the guy we meet at the gas station, missionaries to the person who picks up our kids on the bus, to the mailman, I mean, you name it. We live in a broken world, right? And we have a God who fixes broken things, a God who renews things, and yet we can be so shy about telling people about it. We can be so shy sometimes to live it out. And it begs the question, are we ready to follow? Are we ready to be sent out like one of those 72, told, "Go, bring the kingdom"? Because here's the thing, we're sent not by ourselves, we're sent with others. That's what I'm excited about at Renew, going on mission with people together. We're sent with friends that fill in our gaps and help us in that whole missionary adventure. More importantly, we're sent out with the power of God, right? We're sent out with His Spirit. We talked about it in worship this past week, but we get to join Jesus in what he's already up to in our community, in our neighborhood, and everything else. Question is, are you ready to go? Do you believe that God can do some incredibly amazing things, even in spite of our own unbelief, our own questions, our own worries? Tell you what, I am, because I've seen it happen. I've seen God do some crazy things. I can't wait to see what he's going to do next. So, get into Luke today. Get in that word. It's really been growing me, my relationship with Jesus. So blessings, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.